clearly with the shooting at the Oregon Community College, the whole issue of gun violence, especially on campuses, let alone college campuses, has once again been brought back up in a conversation. And once again, it seems like nothing's going to be done. It's a cycle right now. Some lunatic will come on to a college campus with a gun, kill whoever he wants, whoever he can, before he gets stopped. And then the whole nation talks about it for 1-2 weeks, All the politicians come out and say, this is a crisis and how things need to be done. But what is being done? I mean, I think it's absolutely crazy at this point that we are, considering China not the top country anymore, but one of the top countries in the entire world. Yet, we're the only country, the only developed country that has this issue, that has people walking on to college campuses, or anywhere really, whenever they want, and shooting whoever they want, killing them. Think about it from this perspective for a second. Say a group of, even 2 radical Islamists would walk on one of our college campuses and shoot 12 students dead. What would happen? I'll tell you. We'd have Marines and troops being deployed to wherever they were from overnight, that night. It'd be war. So why isn't it war when people of our own country are doing it? To me, this is an act of terrorism. I think Chris Mercer, whatever his name is, who just got caught for the Oregon shooting, should be sent to Supermax prison in Colorado, where they send domestic terrorists. This is an act of terrorism. They are killing our citizens on our own soil. And we're just treating it as, so this is another mentally sick guy who just, went crazy. Yeah. But more needs to be done. I'm just really confused because, in my opinion, I think this should be treated as a crisis. We have people murdering the future leaders of our country. And like I said, it's just treated as another problem going on in the United States. It's right there with, Social Security. It's right there with Obamacare. It's right there with all those issues that are just brought up, and everyone says, something needs to be done. We're going to do something about this. But no one has really done anything, or really even made an effort to do anything. And the confusing part for me is we're at a time when we have presidential candidates debating, making speeches every day. I have not heard one time, maybe a couple times, but no emphasis ever in the speeches, let alone the debates that have been watched by 45 million people about what these presidents are going to do about this crisis. Like I said, this should be a top priority right now. Yet, no one's giving answers, no one's even talking about it. Instead, we're focusing all our attention on, immigration and, equality for all, and, those are all extremely important topics, but so is this. And it would be really nice to hear the people who are being elected, or possibly being elected to be presidents of our country, talk about what they're going to do. I'm curious. I'm a college student, and I want to know what they're going to do to protect me and my friends and everyone else who's going to college to try to learn and begin their future for the next couple years, and forever really. The only thing I've heard Barack Obama say as a possible solution is disarming America. First of all, that violates the Constitution. Second of all, it's not going to do anything. It's just not. One thing I think that's pretty clear about society and human nature is we're always going to find a way. Look at the war on drugs. We've dumped billions of dollars into the war on drugs. Where's it gotten us? Really nowhere. We incarcerate way too many people, spend way too much money on that, not to mention sting operations and all that stuff. But either way, how many people still do crack? How many people still do coke? How many people still smoke weed? It's not stopping anyone. And it's going to be the same way they take our guns away. All that's going to happen is people that want the guns are going to have to find illegal ways to get them. Probably result in more crime. Probably result in more cartel action in our big cities, because they're the ones that have the guns to sell us. It's not going to work. It's just really not going to work. I'm all for owning guns. I really do think you should have the right to bear arms if you have a good reason. And I don't get why that's not the case now. When you're applying for a gun license, I think you should have to fill out a form stating a very, very good reason to be owning a gun. For instance, maybe you own a house. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you're a business owner. Those are reasons where you need a gun to protect yourself. Being a 19-year-old college student, or, you know, somebody who lives in their parents' basement and plays video games all day, is not a reason to be owning guns. And on top of that, I think you should have to go through a series of psychological tests to prove that you're mentally sane. I mean, why on earth are there mentally ill people in this world owning multiple guns? It just does not make sense to me at all. And to correct myself, I said, why are there multiple mentally ill people in the world owning guns? But really, it's really only happening in the US, so sorry about that. All I'm trying to say is that this is a situation that's gone absolutely out of control. What's being done is absolutely ridiculous. And I think it's time that we take a stand as citizens and vote out the people, vote out the, you know, old senators who are, you know, stopping the gun violence action from taking place. We need to take a stand. This is affecting our lives. I mean, they're not shooting politicians, they're shooting citizens, they're shooting us. Like I said earlier, they're shooting the future leaders of our country, murdering them. It's our job to fix this.